Alright guys, welcome back to another episode of Off Axis Builds. Tonight we're going to be working on getting all the little stuff out of the front end so I can start the body work and painting of the front end. Basically, I've been procrastinating enough on this and it's time for me to just dive right in and start getting that body work finished and get it painted. So let's go ahead and start with removing all of the parts that I have installed in there. My steering linkage, my rack and pinion, the floorboards, just all that stuff that's up there that needs to get out of the way so I can do the Bondo, paint, and all that. So let's get started on this, guys. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that little bell for upcoming notifications. Also, guys, just want to say thank you to all my subscribers that have followed me on this project and some of my other projects. Just want to say thank you for sticking with me. If you haven't yet subscribed, go ahead and hit that little subscribe button. It'll help me out a lot. Remember to always watch the video to the end, and let's get going, guys. Alright, so first we're going to start with getting all the interior stuff out. I got my floorboards, got the pedal assembly and the steering wheel and the whole steering rack that's got to come out. So I'll go ahead and get that linkage going to my rack and pinion disconnected, get the steering wheel out, and then we'll remove all this other stuff. Okay guys, so there's a section in here that I am not going to paint. The reason for that is because I'm going to actually have lubricant on this section that's going to ride smoothly on that plastic. So that section's 2 inches, and I'm actually going to oversize that by 1/4 inch both directions. So I'm going to come from this point 3/4 in, as opposed to 1 inch in where it's actually sitting in the car. So I'll come 3/4 in, and then from there I'm going to go 2 1/4 up. Okay, so I have actually 2.5 up. So I'll have a 1/4 inch gap either direction. So let's go ahead and take a look at that as far as measurement goes. There's 3/4. 1 inch is where the plastic starts, 3 inches where the plastic ends, and then 1 more 1/4. Okay? So I'm gonna just go ahead and extend that line across and tape it off. This whole section in here will not get painted. Okay? Alright, so I went ahead and put these back in. The reason for that is I am going to paint them, and I also want to protect the threads so I didn't have to re-tap them after painting it. So it's going to serve 2 purposes right now. So this piece is ready to get painted. Now I just need to get the rack and pinion, what the heck is that? The coupler to go from the steering box to the rack and pinion, taped up and ready to go. Alright guys, so I got all the parts that I need off the front end. I got the tie rod ends, or excuse me, the tie rods. I have the steering coupler. I think that's what that would be called. Those are U-joints, but I think the whole thing's a coupler. I have the steering adapter, and then those pieces we'll just throw in and paint at the same time. Coming into the car, it's ready to start doing the last little bit of Bondo and sanding. Pretty close to being done on the dash and all the little sections underneath. Most of it's getting covered up, but I still want to make it look clean. Coming underneath the hood, got a few things I need to tape off. I want to tape off that piece of plastic, and then I've got to tape off the trailing arms and the the heck is that? I can't think of it. Spindles. And then I'm also going to pull off the sway bar, paint that thing. I'm throwing around the idea of painting it black or red. I'm kind of leaning towards red. You guys give me your opinion down in the comment section. That'd be great. So just got to tape off a few things and ready for paint up here. Obviously, got to do the body work on the 2 panels still. This section here, I'm going to try to get decent, but most of it's getting covered, so it doesn't have to be perfect. It's getting covered with the texture paint that I have. It's not, yeah, it's the Herculiner that I use for underneath. So I'm going to go ahead and put that in the arch on both sides, and then obviously this will be painted green. That'll be painted black. Similar to what I did back here. I don't know if you can see that. Let me get the other side where it's more light. Similar to what I did back here, how it's black, the green. I'm going to do the same thing. This is a textured finish. I don't know if you can see that, but that is textured. That's going to be the same finish I'm going to put up on both front 1/4 panel wheel wells, and then obviously the green section will not be textured. So it'll hide a little bit of the imperfections in that section. Okay, so I don't have to be totally perfect and smooth in there. This section I will need to, and then obviously coming up over this cowl, I'll need to be nice and smooth. So it's pretty close. Once I get all of that sanded and primed, you know, just rocking and rolling and throwing some paint on it at that point. So, and obviously I'm going to paint the rack and pinion mount. I might put another support. I think I am, seeing how much that thing flexes. I think I'm going to put a 45 on both sides just to help support it, so it's not just on those two joints right there. I think that'll be a good idea to do. So I'm going to go ahead and get that laid out and ready to go.